My fish fam! I'm Nikachu, Merfolk Master. I'm here with my brother, and we're going to debut the Dimir Merfolk deck. If you've heard the rumors, it's true. I got a 5-0 with this. Not this deck exactly. I got a 5-0 first with this Dimir Sea and Sky deck, which is like not really a Merfolk deck. It's got some Merfolk, Tishana's Tiebinder, Sphaloon, Harbinger of the Seas, but it also had like main deck Psychic Frog and Orcish Bowmasters and Subtlety. It's more like a blue-black Dimir mid-range deck. And then I transformed it because I found out Inquisition of Kozilek, Psychic Frog, they were great cards for this deck. Also Orcish Bowmasters, but I preferred to have it in the sideboard. And I got a 5-0 with this one. We got not exactly back-to-back 5-0, but it was a 5-0 into another 5-0. And so I'm trying to figure out what is the best 75 to explore with this blue-black deck. And why would we want to do that? Why would we want to do that, you know?
Well, we got all these new decks in the metagame, like Boros Energy and Mardu.
You got it. You don't have to say any further. You got Boros and Mardu Energy. My brother can see the metagame to the right over here, and he nailed it. Because the deal is this. Energy is unavoidable. Even with Nadu in the metagame, and Nadu is still a very good matchup for us. Even with Nadu in the metagame, dominating Modern, Energy is still way too prevalent. It's really popular, and it's still a deck to beat. And Nadu's like the only deck that sort of eats it up. But even then, Energy has just such a strong presence in the format. You cannot expect to dodge it. You can hope to dodge it, I guess. But I wouldn't say it's reliable enough. If we can beat Energy and Nadu at the same time, that's a recipe for winning. Not to mention, when they ban Nadu, Energy's gonna like take over the meta. How do we beat Energy? Step 1, Psychic Frog. This card is unbelievable. It's basically a 1-card win condition. I never felt like we had such power in 1 card since Master of Waves, which was also basically a 1-card win condition. A blue and a black, 1/2, whenever Psychic Frog deals combat damage to a player Planeswalker, draw a card. It's great that it's also a Planeswalker, so then when against the energy decks, when we make them flip their Ajani, it can survive the damage that it tries to do to the Psychic Frog, but at the same time, we can pump up our Psychic Frog, kill Ajani, still draw a card out of it. Of course, we discard cards to give it +1/+1 and permanently, and then exile 3 cards from your graveyard to give Psychic Frog flying, which helps fly over the energy creatures. Well, most of them, or if they get flying through that 1 energy creature that puts the feather counter on a creature or a flying counter, then we have the ability to at least block and compete with that. So Psychic Frog, great on defense. Now another card very good versus energy decks, Orcish Bowmasters. That's right. I mean, this card completely destroys me. It's been the bane of my existence.
You've deflected.
Yeah, it's been the bane of my existence for a year now. I need its help.
He sided with the enemy.
Something like that. We need to ally with this damn thing because, frankly, the energy decks, they go too wide, they're too strong, but one great way to stabilize is like, okay, ping this thing, block these other 2 things, and then the game is okay. The game is okay. So Orcish Bowmasters, you bring it in versus the energy decks. You can also bring it in versus the One Ring decks. That's totally fine as well. It's not that great versus the One Ring. That's why the One Ring is the One Ring, because it doesn't actually give that much of a crap versus Orcish Bowmasters. But because we are such a creature-based deck that can deal damage, they gotta care a little bit versus us with Orcish Bowmasters.
They're near a waterfall, so it's on flavor.
That's right. So we do get access to Fatal Push, which is good and bad. I think it's a little bit of a downgrade if we want to hit 3 drops or larger, but still quite manageable. We got Misty Rainforest, Polluted Delta, Verdant Catacombs. You can also like sack a Hex Catcher. You can like play Fatal Push, hold priority, sack a random creature like a Tide Shaper to just get the Revolt off, and then you can kill the creature if you have to. Make sure you pay for that 1 for your own counterspell. That's a worst case scenario, but it kills things from energy way more reliably. Like, okay, 1 mana, it's dead. You don't lose so much life like we would with Dismember. So that's why we're playing with Fatal Push. And the card that I really love is Inquisition of Kozilek, because for 1 mana, not only do we get to see our opponent's hand, we get to take the card that bothers us the most. Sometimes that's removal. Sometimes that's their 3-drop, their 2-drop. Sometimes Like, whatever it is that bothers us, we swipe it from their hand. We have that information for the rest of the, well, basically until they play all those cards from their hand. Very important for Merfolk. Like, I do all these mental gymnastics about, you know, do I attack here? Do I play a creature here? What do they could have this, they could have that. Well, now I get to just see what's in their hand. We have one removal spell. Okay, I'm going to take and just dump my hand and kill you. Sometimes I also see, oh, you've got, like, not only do you have no removal, but you actually have no way to fetch basics. I'm just going to slam Harbinger of the Seas and the game is over. So I would say Inquisition of Kozilek makes Harbinger of the Seas stronger, also makes Psychic Frog stronger. And we are testing this, Thoughtseize. I am so impressed with Inquisition of Kozilek. I want to see how well Thoughtseize works. And I have 15 black sources to play a black mana on my first turn. By the way, this is... I should also say, disclaimer, this is incredibly experimental. Like, I've got 2/5/0s. Merfolk community so far says, yes, the energy matchup is way, way better than it ever used to be. But, I even still don't know what's the balance between discard spells and counter spells. Do we still need counter spells? Does this deck take a completely different angle? Like, I had Sveilun in the deck, but I'm like, Psychic Frog is the Sveilun. So I took out Sveilun, put the Tide Shapers back in the deck, so we have more things to do on turn 1 versus blue decks. So I was like, so that we don't lose too much ground versus control decks, because we're not playing with Cavernous Souls anymore. Yeah, we're not playing with Cavernous Souls, so maybe we want to be a little bit more lean there. Also, after we've seen our opponent's hand, maybe we want to hit their land, followed up with Harbinger of the Seas, take out that basic land. Anyway, so I put Tide Shaper back in the deck. Don't know if I need it. But I'm trying to get back to, like, a regular old version of the deck that he used to have with, like, we had 3 removal spells in the main, 1 in the sideboard. But anyway, very, very experimental deck. I personally am not going to be looking to buy into any of this stuff until after the Nadu banning, and I'll tell you why. We do not know how many cards are getting banned.
2.
It could be 2, could be 3. They could ban 4 things for all I know. We do not know what the metagame looks like afterwards. I assume energy is going to take over. I could be wrong. Maybe it's going to be Tron and Eldrazi, Tron and Control at the top, and they, like, wipe out the energy decks. I have no idea what this new metagame looks like. So maybe we go back to mono blue. But right now, I think if undisputedly, if I was going to go into a tournament, I would play blue-black. You can still do well with mono blue. You just have to hope to dodge the energy decks. Hope that there's no energy metagame. Because if you can be in the winner's part of the bracket and just play Nadu for the rest of the tournament, that's perfect.
What if all they banned was Harbinger of the Seas and Lord of Atlantis?
That'd be a huge troll versus me. That'd be a huge troll versus me.
That's it.
Yeah. All right. With that, okay, let's get into our Modern League. Okay, we won the die roll. Our hand is awkward. Okay, our opponent shows a Gigantha turn 1. So that means only one of 2 things. They're on Prowess. Or they could be on Energy. Yeah, they could be on Energy. And alternatively, they could be on Storm. So anyway, we're going to keep this. And actually, I'm going to gamble by playing this Watery Grave. Untapped and passing. The odds that they don't play a 1-drop are like zilch. And if it's Storm, then I don't care, because I wasn't going to... This 2 life versus Storm doesn't even matter that much. But I don't want to waste my mana, and I really want to Fatal Push something. So that next turn we go Misty Rainforest, crack it, at least put a Lord in play. And then depending on what they play for the turn. Okay, we do have a Ragavan. Easy kill.
Poof.
Now I'm going to wait for your end step.
Couldn't do that with mono blue.
Nope.
I've been saying...
Oh, yes, the turn 2 Ether Vial.
Don't worry, you can dump it to the frog.
I don't even have it in hand.
But you will.
Okay, plans changed. We will crack this, we'll get an island, and we'll play our Vial. Because we can hold up the Fatal Push, so it's not really that bad.
I've been saying for years you should be playing Dimir, and here it is.
Yeah, there you go. You got exactly what you wanted. Interesting. Land pass. What that sort of tells me, yeah, it tells me that they have a lot of removal. Oh, they could have the Thalia dog. They could have the dog. Do you have the dog? Okay, I'm just going to pass. They have removal for sure in hand. I don't want to play into it. Oh, maybe they're paranoid of Harbinger of the Sea, so they have to hold up removal. That could be a... No, they can't be that paranoid because they can just play whatever they want. I think I'm still holding this up. You didn't gain life this turn. I'll just put my creatures in play with the vial. That seems easy enough. Okay, they definitely are very concerned. Concern is very high. I'm just wondering if we play a creature now or later.
I'm doing me a concern.
They're definitely concerned about Harbinger of the Seas, that's for sure. I think I just play this land and pass. And then depending how they play their turn. I know they got removal. Question is how much. I will vial a creature in play. They will... this is so annoying.
Oh, yeah. Come on, tap those things.
Yeah, tap those things. This is interesting. Oh, you have Bowmasters? Okay, this is going to be interesting, because the Bowmasters can come out. That'll be fine. Oh. Okay. It's very interesting. Okay, sure. Yeah, important. Unfortunately for us, our opponent is sort of mana flooded. I think they got a few Flages in hand, if I'm reading their hand correctly.
Footsies.
Another... I think I'm going to start hoarding these lands in hand. I'll just pass again. And we'll try to block this Oscillate Pride in combat. It's going to be another planar thing. Okay, that's good. So the less basic lands they find, the better it is for Harbinger of the Seas. I don't want to play the Harbinger of the Seas. They're just going to kill it. Like, that's why they're playing the way they're playing. They're playing patiently. I could tick up this Vial, which would help me significantly. Another land. They're flooding out. Flooding out big time. Okay, Amped Raptor. Do I go for the... I think I killed the Guide of Souls. Guide of Souls is problem.
Yeah.
And...
get rid of it.
Everything's a problem, to be honest, but I'll kill the Guide of Souls.
Get this thing off the board.
Yeah, it's over for you. It's curtains.
It's curtain for you, eh?
I'm hoping they find removal here. Oh, they found a Ragavan. That's not pleasant.
Huh.
Still not interested in doing anything. All right, well, we'll play a Lord. I'm wondering if I can, like, tick this up now. Because they can only find like one basic land. Okay, hold on. Maybe we do the upkeep Vial thing. Do we tick this up? Vial in. You crack the Arid Mesa. If it's for a red, you tap. Yeah, it's a weird game here. Like, we're both trying to play around some sort of removal. But you know what? Okay, if they have one removal spell in hand, it could be Flage. I can't play around that, what's it called? Card. The Super Lightning Bolt, because they've got 5 here. I was thinking, put the Lord in play. This thing's like a 4/4. It won't work.
Come on. Gotta make a move.
I know.
You're showing weakness.
It's okay to show weakness. Maybe they're more weak than I am. The problem is taking this up to 3 and not going back down. It's not going back down. What can I beat? I can beat... No, I'm going to take this thing up to 3. I just want to. I try to get it. Well, it's like, objectively, this is not a good idea, though. Objectively, this is not a good idea. Okay, I'll take this up to 3. This doesn't help me. Yeah, I really don't like them fetching for a plains with this, because that's definitely what they can do. It's definitely what they will do. But if I activate and they don't have an instant speed removal spell, let's say they got the white card, that's like an enchantment, which is possible. Maybe that's what they're representing here. But they can still play that like on the following turn. Problem is, like, everything is so transparent. All right, I'm drawing a few 2 lands myself, so I'm gonna activate this thing and see what my opponent does. They said they're a certified noob. See how noobish they are. I am more paranoid they get the white mana. No. They get the red. Maybe I should have played Mass of the Pearl Trident first. Because I don't play around Bolt here, right? Yeah, I didn't play around Bolt. That's too bad. Okay, I'm going to put it in here anyway. I don't really have... Okay, hold on. Cancel. Put a Dark Slick Shores in play.
That's slick.
Put a Lord. Oh! Nothing happened. Okay. That's incredibly unexpected. Attack for 4? As a test? As a teaser? Oh no, it's I can't attack for 4. Yeah. Sorry, I was cheating. I'm not going to attack with the Master of the Pearl Trident. If there's a bolt... Well, if they bolt this, kill this. Is that even a problem for me? Well, that'd be a beating. Yeah, I would lose my entire board. Okay, pass. Okay, they just have a bad hand, I guess. Had this the entire time. So rude. So absolutely rude. Okay, they can't kill Harbinger of the Seas, though. That's the good news. Had it the entire time. They gained life, too. Oscillate Pride is going to trigger. Now we desperately need, like, just a random Island Walklord. And they're going to put Giganta in hand. Okay, so the good news is they can't recast the Flage from the graveyard.
Bad news is no Spreading Seas.
No, I have Spreading Seas. We have Harbinger of the Seas here. I could draw a Tide Shaper. Okay, this is not good. Now we're just drawing a bunch. Did we just draw... Did we peel 5 lands?
Sure did.
I think we started with 2 lands, 2 creatures, and we peeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we peeled 5 lands out of our 6 draw steps because we went first. Yeah. Okay. Well, can we win by blocking? Oh, and they have the City's Blessing. That's great. So they make double the creatures per turn. I don't even think I can attack. I attack for 3. You attack back for like 1,000,000. Because I probably have to block the Pride. I think I'm just going to pass the turn. Because I need the blockers.
Are those kitty tokens?
They are.
Yeah, they're kitty tokens. This is a cat. It's the new broken cat. It's already been altered in Historic. Wizards has admitted that they've screwed up with energy. Too strong. So we are both flooding out. I guess their flood out is better than our flood out. But the clock is, I think, taking much more for me because, like, they have like their perfect mana base here. Which renders this thing not completely useless. I mean, we got the Flage. It's also important to note that it looks like they are Boros, so I don't have to be worried about a Bowmasters or anything like that. That is terrible for us. So our islands become mountains. It's actually not a bad card for them. A Johnny comes out. Oh yeah, they're doing a hell lot more with their mana than we are. I guess they were holding on to that Blood Moon because they were planning on just altering our fate with this thing. Okay, always yes, always no. Ooh, that's interesting. We get to reverse the reversey on them. Okay, so... attack. Okay, we now have perfect information. We're going to attack for 3. How is this going to work? And I can't block any token? I can't block any Ajani tokens anymore?
You never could.
Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I forgot, there's no Island Walk. I had to play the Harbinger of the Seas first. Well, that's awkward. Doesn't matter. They're all gonna die. And then Ajani flips, and there's still a red creature on the battlefield. Okay, I screwed that up. I was too excited that I drew a Harbinger of the Seas. I forgot that I don't have Island Walk anymore.
Yeah.
So this thing flips, but unfortunately I can't kill it. And so now it's just going to kill everything that I have on the battlefield. Damn! And we knew they had Giganta in hand. To be honest, I think we were still losing. It's a really bad because we just have too few threats on the battlefield, and they had an overwhelming number of threats on the battlefield. They're just way more likely to top deck out of this.
It's only round 1.
I do want to... I do want to say, though, if you see how this game is playing out, like, we're not getting run over. Like, we had the bolts, and they have the bolts. Sorry, we had the fatal pushes. Okay. Can I concede here? No, we can still play for a little longer. We're not, like, we're at turn 8. Mind you, like, we both are, like, a little heavy on mana. But, like, it's more of a game when you're playing with black. And mind you, I think if we had Psychic Frog, we'd probably just steamroll them because their only removal was basically damage-based removal. An absolute steamrolling.
Stop playing things.
Yeah, please stop doing things. Yeah, the phage comes out. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're cooked. Okay, concede. If I played a little better. Also, if I drew better. Good. That game would have been very different if I did not throw my Harbinger of the Seas away.
So they're still doing stuff with this escape mechanic, huh?
Oh
They
yeah,
didn't learn
yeah.
their lesson.
That new, yeah, that's right. Okay. I don't know if we need Trickster. I definitely want Bowmasters. I definitely want Psychic Frog. I definitely want more fail pushes. Now, I'll take out the Thoughtseize. I'm gonna keep the Inquisition, and the reason is this deck. You would think, like, okay, this matchup is about what's on the battlefield, but also everything almost has an ETB. So it's equally important to just rip something out of their hand. Not only that, you can take the removal spell, instead of, like, playing a 2-drop and then getting tempoed out because they play a 1-mana removal. Well, I play a 1-mana sorcery and just take the removal spell, and they're gonna have a ton of them post board. They're gonna have Galvanic Discharge. They're gonna have Lightning Bolt. They're gonna have that 1-mana enchantment. Sometimes they'll have Flage. So, like, we can take those things and protect our creatures in the future. I have to take out 5 creatures. Cards I don't like. I don't like Hexcatcher. Never did. It's just a weak blocker. I'll take out 1 Tide Shaper. Can't play it on 1 very well. Trickster is fine because you can slow the game down, and this is one of our... The game very often... Okay, they have 21 lands in their deck. The fact that they just peeled 5 lands is very unusual. So there's a good chunk of games. You play Harbinger of the Seas, and they just have islands, and that's it. The game's over. And there's just nothing they can do about it. Unless they already had a Ragavan in play to fix their mana. So they have ways out of the Harbinger of the Seas, but this is one of the ways you can win the game. So make sure you have the full 4. It's one of the reasons why I had 4 in my other decks that got 5-0. Okay, I would like to go first.
Move history stuck.
Still love that move history, don't you?
I need to see the play-by-play.
Okay, I'll keep this. I'll go fetch Island, Ether Vial, and then we figure out the rest. One reason we have Verdant Catacombs is that we have enough fetch lands to potentially go get a swamp for when we play the Harbinger of the Seas, and we can still play our black cards like Psychic Frog.
Love that frog.
You love that frog? I love that frog.
Him named Hopkin Green Frog.
Yeah, his name is Hopkin Green Frog. Flooded Strand, that's a lie. Guide of Souls.
Is this a new card?
Yes. Everything in this deck is basically a new card, except for, like, Fable and Ragavan. Given how our hand looks, I'm going to just play Trickster on... I could just wait to see what they do. And then maybe we slam Harbinger of the Seas. Maybe.
Slam it.
No guarantees here. Very often these energy decks slow down versus you before, like, because they don't want to screw themselves. Okay, Amp Raptor is interesting because I don't like... Okay, how much... Okay, how bad can this get? I think I'm going to let it resolve, and if there's another creature, then I'll throw in the Trickster and tap it down. Tap down the Guide of Souls, because like, they're getting value off of this. They're getting a life. They got another Amped Raptor. Okay, so it's what? It's when they have 3? You can pay 3 energy? No, you can't do that. Not while I'm in charge. So I'll go get an island. And,
put it into this shenanigan.
well, some part of it. Okay, so, yeah, so they won't get the energy or the life off of this Amped Raptor. And then we will go for the Harbinger of the Seas, and hopefully that is good enough to
GGG.
win on the spot. But they could still have their basic in hand. They're just trolling me here. anything happen. They have first strike, so I can't attack. But definitely worth going for it here. If they don't have the basic, they are in a lot of trouble. No, they're in a lot of trouble.
Tap one of those bastards down.
Shoot. I had to tap this thing down. Okay, how's this going to work? The problem is I can't remove the flying. Oh, but I can bounce the creature next turn. Okay, that's fine. Let's see how... Okay, let's see what they do. Gonna target the Guide of Souls itself.
Loves to be the target.
Yeah, I know.
It's like it's
It's interesting. If I had a Lord, I could double block these things. I guess I wasn't really representing a Lord. No, I was representing. You had 2 double strikers on defense. So I bounce this next turn. I'm just trying to think what the damage is here. Do I want to block a Raptor? You cannot Trickster the Guide of Souls because it loses all abilities, but it gets a an angel counter? No, it gets a flying counter, and it doesn't affect the flying counter, unfortunately. So what I can do is Trickster an Amped Raptor if I want to, and then double block. I take 5, attack back for... I guess that's fine. Am I the beatdown? I hope I'm the beatdown.
You will be in a minute.
Yeah. Okay, we'll just double block here. We'll take the 3 damage, and then we will...
Reversey.
We're going to sink into stupor, this stupid thing. Do Dark Lake Shores, which is not bad, because we can play our Tide Shaper for 1 mana. And then pass. Although Amped Raptor is a bit awkward here.
Ha!
I'm not going to tolerate this for a minute. Do I wait? Who's
No.
winning this race? You hit me for 5. I hit you for 6. It's a little close.
Whatever you can do, just do it.
I guess so.
Stink into stupid.
So anyway, this is why you keep Harbinger this season in the deck. It's basically a free win machine versus this deck. They have 21 lands. They have 3 basics. And also in the Mardu deck, they don't have a swamp, or at least the lists I look at, they don't have a swamp. Anyway, they're now on the play. Does anything change on the draw? Not really. I'll just
Nothing.
keep it as it is. I don't think Thoughtseize on the draw is very good. Definitely don't want Hexcatcher.
It's a nice looking swamp.
Tishana's Tiebinder is like... The problem is the card is like... It interacts with a lot of the deck, but it's also really clunky, which is a problem. So maybe it's like a more worthwhile card on the play, a far less worthwhile card on the draw. Like, it turns off a lot of things. You know, like the Guide of Souls, you'll for sure counter the ability. 100%. Yeah, let's hope we don't get rolled.
That's not going to happen. He's a noob after all.
The certified noob. Okay, we got a hand with Psychic Frog. We're going to keep it. Now the question is, do I even play the Ether Vial turn 1? The Ether Vial turn 1. Frogmon turn 1 is always evil, no matter what.
Fatal Push.
I'm curious. I go turn 1 Tide Shaper, force them to spend maybe some sort of removal spell. Did they lose any cards? No, they're on... So they can't play a 3-drop. Play maybe Amped Raptor. I'm just thinking, how badly do I need to keep cards in my hand? Although we do also have Frog. Because I have Frog, maybe Vial is better. So I go Vial. The next turn I play land, and I'll have... Okay, I'll play land here, and then I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. 5 that can give me 7 toughness, so I can protect myself versus 2 3 damage spells. Okay, I'm in.
Go find my frog.
Who took my frog?
Who found my frog?
Unfortunately, the Merfolk community has had open arms for Psychic Frog because it's flavorfully like an amphibian.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah. It lives in water.
a lot of Merfolk players are like, subtlety. This is an elemental. If I want to play a subtlety deck, I should play something else. Here's Oslet Pride.
You're sweating bullets.
Interesting. That actually complicates things, because if I block that, that's a problem. Okay, I'm going to continue with taking the least damage possible. Go get our swamp. And then hopefully this is a huge pain. Ta-da!
What are you going to do about it?
Hopefully not play that enchantment that exiles cards. That'd be a problem.
I like this swamp. It's nice.
Also, I can... Okay, I definitely am going to be discarding cards to this. So we'll discard this land.
It's any card, too.
Yep,
Doesn't
any
necessarily
card.
have to be...
That's right. I'll discard. They might have it like another plan, but that's okay. I survive.
I will survive.
The second bolt. So I can't block any creatures this turn. I'm just going to hope they screwed up. And we're just going to go all in on this thing. Yeah, we all in. I don't care.
This thing's getting me amped up.
Yeah, it's a big frog.
And then you can discard for flying. Or exile, whatever.
Okay, hold on. Cancel. I can let that resolve, right? So that resolves. 3. What? Did I miscalculate? Oh, no. Okay, this thing gets bigger. Yeah, okay. There we go. Just don't have that enchantment. If you have that enchantment, I'm screwed. Okay, there is a free attack here. Can't do anything about this. Because I can't block.
That is a big frog.
It is a big frog. I can attack back for a lot more. Oh, God, if you have another bolt. No! Oh, it's my bolt! Oh, no! They found my fatal push off the top of my library. My deck betrayed me. Damn.
That is rough.
It is rough. How did they gain life? Oh, this thing. Yeah, that would have been great.
At least we got it on camera.
Well, anyway. You can see we absorbed so much damage from the removal spells. Although it failed miserably here.
Oh, it would have been sweet if his... Oh. Wow. I mean, it had to happen eventually.
Alternatively, I could have let the thing die because we had like another one, but I didn't want to. Because Psychic Frog is, I think, is very, very strong in this matchup. Like, it gets way out of their range of their like
spells.
Yeah, if we have this 7 toughness Psychic Frog, like none of these things in the future are going to kill it. So it was, they were like really all in on. I mean, I don't know.
They got super lucky. That was.
I don't know what else is in their hand, but
like,
you got Fatal Push.
Like that was literally their 1 in a million right there.
Well, we don't know. I mean, they could have had Amped Raptor in their hand, and they play Amped Raptor just hoping to hit one of these things, but they could also hit a Ragavan. They can hit an Oscillate. Or they might have had Static Prison the other time, and they were just planning to eat me up. Could have been they could have just had everything, you know. I think I should kill. I don't know what to kill. I'm just really behind here. Guess I'll kill the thing that can play my cards.
As we saw.
Yeah. So they just found a Static Prison. I should say, though, like, let's say I let Psychic Frog die the first time around. If they have this much removal, we're losing anyway. So there's probably some people in the comments section are like, well, you know, Psychic Frog's not that good. You're going all in. It's such a huge risk. If they have all this removal, you're dying anyway. Right? They would have just killed all our lords. They would have killed everything. Okay, we lose.
That sucks.
Well, it's like,
but that would have been great.
But it is our hardest matchup. It is our hardest matchup. But what I hope at least was seen in this in this match, we didn't get like completely run over. Game 1 was a game. We actually got a free win in game 2. Our opponent had a super good hand and had like super good draws off the top of our deck to win game 3. So, but it's still like, of course, our toughest matchup, but it's so much more even. when you're splashing a color. I also should say mono blue has no chance versus this. I think you should be looking to splash a color, which is why I went for... I tried black, I tried red. I do like the black, and I want to explore it further. Okay, that was game 1. Let's get into game 2.
They mulliganed.
They mulliganed. We lost the die roll. Our hand's really not that good, but I'll keep it anyway. I might just... I either will play Tide Shaper turn 1 or Pluto Delta, go get a... What's it called? The Surveil land, and then play Psychic Frog turn 2. Go to 5. Really depends on their deck. Hopefully they're a blue deck. Maybe they're a blue deck. I can play Tide Shaper turn 1. There is a good decent chunk of blue decks out there.
Yeah, like Living End.
I need more... See, there we go. Maybe this is the blue deck I was talking about.
Is Caleb sure playing Ruby Storm?
Okay, no, it's a Storm. Oh, no, it's worse. It's the worst thing I could possibly hope for. It's... Oh, this is terrible. This is really, really, really bad, because this can just eat up our Psychic Frog no matter what. Okay, we drew Thoughtseize, though, so maybe we have a chance in hell at beating this board. Okay, what do you got?
Big fan.
Okay, you got Growth, Lava Dart. These are all terrible things, but the worst thing possible is Swift Spear. So also, because we're playing blue-black, we have a way better chance of beating our opponent. They got Steam Vents? Okay, so it's blue-red. We'll take the Swift Spear. It'd be so much better for them to have Swift Spear instead of Soulscar Mage, because Soulscar Mage shrinks our creatures. So I put Psychic Frog out there. I can protect it, but like it's just going to die anyway. Okay, the greatest thing is I now know your secrets. Okay, they're playing Preordain. Oh, I don't know your secrets now. So I know exactly how much damage you can do to me. I'm probably going to play Psychic Frog anyway. 2 top, 0 bottom. Well, that's not good news.
He loves putting cards on top.
Already going to town with the Lava Dart. Going to make you regret that. Oh, wow. We're going all in here. It's like, opponent knows about this card. Wow! What is going on here?
Holy smokes.
Yeah, 9 damage. I'll go to 8. Left 2 cards on top. Next one's dangerous, too.
Ooh.
Well, I needed that last turn.
But you have it now. And he's empty-handed.
I know. I'm inclined to play this card, but it's just not very mana efficient.
I'll just do it.
Okay, so what could be next? Not a remove. I don't think it's a creature. It could be a creature. Could be Expressive Iteration. I'm going to play like this is a dead card. That has to be a dead card.
Fatal Push.
Okay, let's say they have Lightning Bolt. Okay, they definitely have Lava Dart. Okay, they have Lava Dart. I'm going to play the Sink into Stupor. Pay 2 life, 3 life, no. And we will Fatal Push this Soulscar Mage. Okay, I knew it. I knew it. And actually, they've got like an island, so I can play next turn like Psychic Frog and Tide Shaper on the same turn. I get 2 cards off of this. If they get a land, I don't even care. Okay, they put Mutagenic Growth. Can they play that? Okay, they are going to go all in on this, which is good, because I got the Fatal Push. Would you like to play your Lava Dart?
No.
Oh, another Mutagenic Growth.
Yeah, keep going.
That is lethal, so I have to push here. So
Okay, this is where you're getting your revenge for what happened last time.
And remember, like, these cards... These are 2 brutal matchups, by the way.
Sadness.
Yeah, great sadness, I know. I absolutely do not care. Okay, well, let's get this frog out. And we'll get a Tide Shaper. And then we'll start beating down and draw some cards and hopefully stabilize. Actually, it's going to be like a 2-turn kill, probably.
Oh, yeah.
They've got a Lava Dart. They drew all 4 of their Mutagenic Growths. Now, normally, with Mono Blue, their hand would have just crushed us. This Fatal Push would have been a Dismember, and I would have lost a lot more life. Although I would never have had Thoughtseize in my deck. Yeah. Okay, we just won with this. That's good enough. They got
Psychic Frog.
They
showing
still
its
got
worth.
to see that. Yeah, Psychic Frog.
It's like a Hypnotoad, really.
Okay, versus Prowess. I don't. Bowmasters should not be good, but Fatal Push should be. What are Damping Sphere good? Is Damping Sphere good? Don't like the idea of playing it. I do like the hand disruption because it will trade with, like, if I can trade with a creature or some random spell in their hand, I think it's fine. I could be wrong about Thoughtseize because it takes damage. Let's bring in Trickster. Harbinger of the Seas sounds terrible. Although, like, my few ways of beating these decks are usually when I somehow mana screw them. But it's so unusual. Maybe Bowmasters is good because I can just put, like, a bunch of bodies on the battlefield and just have a bunch of chump blockers. Hexcatcher is usually not good because it dies to Lava Darts. Maybe I should have some, like, Force of Negations in here. Tide Shaper is going to be fine because they have islands. See, this is one of those matchups where the Merfolk core feels terrible because it always was terrible.
Oh, yeah.
And so all these other cards just help us. Maybe take out a Lord of Atlantis, play another Bowmasters.
The Merfolk
See,
core.
it's not a big deal if Lava Dart hits this thing because I'm getting value out of it anyway. With the exception, I don't know if this card is good. I don't know. Maybe Tishana's Tidebinder is better.
They're all pretty good.
Tishana's Tidebinder has value because you can just hit one of those prowess triggers.
Just those spreading seas.
Or Seas Claim.
Okay, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Let's just submit this and see what happens.
Oh,
On the play, I'll bring in Thoughtseize.
You need one copy of Platinum Empyrean.
This hand's really terrible.
With history stock.
This hand looks pretty bad. Turn 1, Vile. Turn 2, you smack me for 1,000,000. Hand looks pretty bad. But if they go, like, if they don't get any mountains, this Harbinger of the Seas could do a lot of work. Keep. We have at least Fatal Push for at least one creature. It's definitely on the poor end, that's for sure.
And there it is.
Do you have a trigger for this? Nope, nothing. I'm going to immediately kill this.
Yeah.
Because I don't even want them to play
Bye.
like baubles and stuff.
No bobbling for you.
Yeah. Next turn we can go like Island, Tide Shaper, Vile. Okay, this is good because we can get them with Harbinger of the Seas.
Lightning Bolt.
Oh, that's a pretty good start. Wow, that start would have annihilated us normally. I mean, it still might. I won't speak too soon here.
Big Fatal Push.
Just wondering, do I even play the Ether Vial? Maybe I just hit the green. I don't even know what the green is for. They don't even have Gigantha. What do they play in their deck that's double something? Or maybe they're just not playing with Gigantha. They just don't want to.
What's that card with the bloody hand?
Oh, Sign in Blood. I don't think this deck is playing it. They might, though.
The one that deals like 4 damage? Burn spell?
No, it's 2 damage to a creature, and if it dies, it deals 3 damage to me. Preordained.
See, this is the card you should be playing.
Oh, don't start that. don't do it.
You need scrying.
So many Merfolk players
What
tested Preordain. So many, and I'm like, it's garbage, Pete. Don't do it. It's like, we have nothing else to do on turn 1. I get it, but still don't do it.
Whatever happened to Opt? You never see that anymore.
Okay, that Scalding Tart is very disappointing because now they can go get a basic mount, which they don't.
Was it banned?
Huh?
Was Opt banned? You never see Opt anymore.
Oh no,
gone.
Opt is completely pushed out of the format because of Preordain. Am I gonna die this turn? It's possible. Also, I still need to draw like threats. What did we draw so far? What was our hand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we drew 1 island, 1 tide shaper. Okay, don't kill me. Yeah, I'm not blocking. 'Cause I don't want to die that badly. Play bolt off of this. Just get a lot of damage in. Because that's how you want to do it. If it's lethal, it's probably not lethal, but it probably would normally put me close to lethal. Damn. Get greedy, come on. Ooh, that's good. That's good. That's good news. All right, so maybe we can free win this. Unless they have a mountain in hand. Well, that's not good news. Okay, hopefully that was... I guess I could have played Verdant Catacombs, go get Swamp. Which now I'm now swampless, so if I draw Fatal Push, well, it's useless. I will attack with nothing. Now, we are very vulnerable, because if they've got Mutagenic Growth, we're screwed. Oh, they got... I forgot they got the blue cards. Yeah, this is not even a lock. So what, I can double block something, but it's useless? They put 0 top, 2 bottom. Can I take 6? They have nothing in the graveyard. I can't block. If they have Mutagenic Growth, then I just die. Okay, come on. I need
big.
Yeah, we need something bigger than big. Psychic Frog.
Huge. Yeah, Psychic Frog would have been hot.
Okay, so would I have died with Mutagenic Growth? They play Mutagenic Growth. Yeah, I would have died. So they don't have that. It looks like I have an opportunity to attack for 6. And they can only attack me back for 3. And I think I should take this. I think I should take this opportunity.
It's free.
No, it's not free. Because if they find 1 Mishra's Bauble or 1 Mutagenic Growth, I die. I'll just lose the game on the spot.
All right, top deck mode.
Yeah, so if they find 1 free spell, I lose. Well, they're not going to play it until they attack.
We don't know that.
But they have to attack. I have to block. I don't have to block anything, technically. But then they can't defeat my 6 damage coming across the other way around.
Your calculator opened.
Oh, did it? That's okay. Yeah, I've got a hotkey. This end button here, it's useless to me. So I have it hotkeyed to my calculator.
He loves finance.
No, I like counting, Or I don't like counting. Yeah, Nikachu's calculator.
Nice playing, yeah. Wow.
No, they said they fetched like a silly goose. Yeah, thank you very much. Good games. Okay, so they did make a mistake.
They went up against you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so I guess this game could have went to a game 3. But as you see, like, the black cards, they help so much. Dark Slick Short. I kept such a crappy hand, too. It was funny, I was saying, do I side this thing out? Normally it's not that good, but sometimes you just get them. I don't know how to put it. Like, they have no choice but to have, like...
Well, they have a choice.
Steam Vents in play, and then you, like, Harbinger of the Seas, and, like, the games I win versus Prowess, it's because of these... Because I, like, somehow Blue Moon them. When normally it shouldn't be that good of a card, but it's like it's an out in some cases. So I think between Psychic Frog and the Fatal Push and the Inquisitions, the matchup should be a lot better. Not saying I don't know if it's winning, but it's a lot better. You gain a lot of percentage points. Okay, that was round 2. Let's go into round 3.
Brilliant starting hand.
Yeah, okay, this is match 3. Looks like we're just going to go turn 1, Aether Vial, turn 2, Inquisition of Kozilek. We'll keep it. So I guess I got to get a Watery Grave. Yeah, I gotta get a Watery Grave.
Why don't you just go Inquisition turn 1? Then
I don't play my Aether Vial.
Yeah, but...
So there is a question I get pretty often, like, hey, if I have Inquisition or Aether Vial, what do I play? If you have Psychic Frog, you could go Inquisition turn 1, assuming you can play your Psychic Frog turn 2, because you want as many cards in your hand to dump to the Psychic Frog to either protect or attack. Otherwise, just play Vile. In this case, we're definitely going to play Vile.
Emoland.
That's great. They got a Merfolk avatar.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, could be the mirror. Could be the Demir mirror.
Demir.
I'm such an influencer. Every Merfolk deck being played is now Demir. Oh, not to mention Andrea Mangucci, the pro player and YouTuber, who makes videos, played my blue-black Merfolk deck because he's a huge fan of Psychic Frog. Huge fan of Psychic Frog. Okay, please don't be a heavy damage base deck because this is going to look really stupid.
Maybe we'll see him in Calgary.
No, he's Italian, so there's zero chance of seeing him in Calgary. By the way, I want I have an RCQ invite to the regional championship Calgary. Ugh, 2 mana turn 1. That's rude.
If you want my autograph.
See, this would be great to hit with Inquisition of Kozilek because that would be a great way to trip up my opponent's mana. But our opponent also just had like the absolute nuts here.
That's the new Soul Ring, isn't it?
What? This is not a Soul Ring. It's a new Soul Land. It's very strong, better than Eldrazi Temple. They have another talent. They've nothing. Okay, they don't have nothing. They've got All is Dust, which sacrifices each player sacrifice all colored permanents. Okay, so this is colorless. So let's dump that thing. It's very rude. They're just decided to play right off the top of their deck. How bold of you, opponent. And unfortunately, my Harbinger of the Seas is going to have no power here. So how much mana do you have? You play Utopia Sprawl in there, but if you want to play All is Dust, because they can get the All is Dust back. Ugin's Labyrinth, you tap it, you get it back. So this is, but then this only taps for 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. They have a 5th land in hand. Okay, land here would be great, so I can, play stuff. Excelente. Here's a question: do I play Psychic Frog or a creature? What will kill my opponent faster? How is the Ugin thing again? I think... actually, I could play just Trickster. No, I have to hold up Trickster, if I remember. This is the type of deck that plays through the Breach. So that's pretty evil. Very, very evil. Okay, I guess we are going to play a Lord. Just put a Lord in play. Just a dumb Lord. I guess being at 16 is also very important, so I can take at least 1 Emrakul hit if I need to take a hit at all. And we'll play Psychic Frog at end of turn. Okay. We didn't know about that card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But if they have to tap this, so they still don't have the mana for that. Okay, we're going to play our Psychic Frog. Okay, Froggo. Draw some cards, Froggo. Also, please give us some ramp. Ooh, this isn't going to be... Okay, use these spells ability. No. Oh, we could, actually. It's interesting. I could have ticked it up, tap it for Harbinger of the Seas. I don't have to worry about this All is Dust for the rest of the game. Because I could threaten this right now. Maybe 1... Oh, no, I could also hit this Forest. Okay, so we'll play Tide Shaper and we'll hit the Forest. Do we even need to? Okay, let's attack for 3.
And draw a card.
And draw a card.
Finally.
I generally like... our hand is just loaded with gas. Usually I like to just discard at least 1 card to increase the toughness by 1.
Big.
That's pretty good, actually. Okay, so we're going to play our Tide Shaper. I just want to hit our opponent's mana. This turns into an island, so you lose the Utopia Sprawl. Hopefully.
Daybird Games?
I don't know what they're going to do with their hand. Okay, so it loses it, and then just pass. And then we'll probably play a Lord at end of turn. And then maybe I take this thing up to 3. Maybe I take this thing up to 3. Okay, they play the Forest that we knew about. The One Ring. How much do I care about this? I can sack the Tide Shaper and a Hex Catcher to counter this.
Yeah.
Then I play... Yeah, let's just do that.
Yeah.
I just want to deal with this stupid
Yeah.
card.
Get it off the
Oh,
table.
no, I can't. Because they tap that for 2 mana.
You can discard some cards to pump up the frog.
No, it doesn't do anything. Okay, I will still put this in play, but I guess I sack nothing. I could sack 3 cards, but I think it'd just be better that they draw 3 cards and then I try to nuke their board on the following turn. So hold on, do I play this first? I think I'm going to play Lord. Yeah, I think I'm going to play a Lord here. The One Ring can resolve. I'll take up the Vial to 3, put Harbinger of the Seas in play. They can't go get all his dust. And hopefully between Trickster and Hexcatcher, I just kill them on the following turn. That's my plan. I hope it's a good plan. This has to deal combat damage. I can't do that damage this time, right now. Ooh!
Well, you're going to snipe anything.
Not exactly anything. Because they still get to draw 2 more cards next turn. I don't think I can afford to play this, because if they draw through the Breach and Emrakul, I die. So we're just going to tap this. Play Harbinger of the Seas. This thing's locked down. I have lethal on the battlefield. They would need to play like consecutive rings over and over again in order to get back into this game. And maybe I counter the second ring now with Hexcatcher and sacking 2 creatures. Or maybe 3, I don't know. I'm not sure, but it feels like they're on the Emrakul or bust.
And Trickster will take care of that.
Because this deck plays through the Breach and Emrakul. And the reason I want to hold up the 2 mana so badly is that if they do put an Emrakul in play, then you just Trickster the Emrakul, tap it down, and that's it. That did nothing.
That big Emrakul.
A big Emrakul. Big Emrakul don't get Annihilator if it don't attack.
Emrakul likes Taco Bell.
Yep. Okay, what is this gonna be? Sowing. So you're gonna eat up one of my lands and go find a land? Okay, you're exiling one. Can you exile any land? Because this is an island. So you're gonna go get, I don't know what you're gonna go get, but at this point I'll just put a Hexcatcher in play. That should protect my board. I think the game is over. So they're gonna go get a Wastes,
Yeah,
and even if it was Dismember for something, I could counter with Tide Shaper. So they kept a complete nothing hand, but hey, do you know what? The power of knowing what was in their hand was very important in that game.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's gonna ban those Gataxian probes.
I think though Tishana's Tidebinder is a bit clunky, it's gonna be good in this matchup. You can counter an Annihilator trigger. I think Psychic Frog is gonna be good in this matchup because there's gonna be games where I just play Psychic Frog and I just like more or less want to dump my hand and just get in there. Fatal Push probably not very good in this matchup. I don't think it's gonna be a very good one right now.
What if they unban Gataxian probe?
You know what? It's fine. I think these are broken. You know, after playing with them, I mean, it's better than, well, it's better than Gataxian Probe for the decks that want to play these cards. And Gataxian Probe is better than these cards for like a few decks that are super fast. They just don't even want to spend the 1 mana. A lot of people say, oh, Peak, no one plays Peak. And I think no one plays Peak because Inquisition and Thoughtseize, or taking a card from your opponent's hand, is just superior. If you're going to spend 1 mana, you should spend it on black discard. Thoughtseize has been like a staple in Legacy, in Modern, in Pioneer, for good reason. It is like basically the Gataxian Probe of the format. I don't think anyone even realizes that. The thing is, Thoughtseize decks, not always, usually are a little bit slow, but that's not entirely true. There has been some super fast Thoughtseize decks in the past. So cards I sort of want Force and Negation. Like hitting those talismans are great. I think they're great. So Tide Shaper is great for hitting Utopia Sprawl. Harbinger of the Seas doesn't look like it should be good. Maybe we should side out a few. Bring in Force of negation. I don't know how good's force. Oh no, yeah, we want force negation because of the One Ring. Okay, so we're gonna keep it like that. That looks good.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
What if they unbanned Uro,
I don't know. There'd be blood in the streets.
though? Yeah.
This hand's a bit awkward. It's just very. It's like basically a 4-land hand with interaction that we don't know if it's even good. Like I need like at least one other creature in my hand. Oh no. This is not literally a Tron deck. I left my damping spheres on the sideboard.
Mulligan?
I think we should mulligan. The Inquisitions are not bad though.
Oh, yeah. They're hot.
You know I'm gonna keep it.
And then that stinking to stupid.
Let's see how it works out. Sink it to stupor. Okay, that was a good draw. Okay, I'll pay 2 life. I hope to hit a talisman with this. Like that slows
Hit the
them
big
down.
boy.
It hits them. It slows them down so much. I also hope to hit what's it called? Kozilek's Command. That was another card I really want to hit. So probably we're gonna go. What is this? Malevolent Rumble. Reveal the top 4 cards of your library. I hate all these cards. You may put a permanent card from among them into your hand, put the rest into your graveyard. So I can't really do anything about these cards. Kozilek's Command. Maybe this is the worst one. Because I'll hit this. Then they play the One Ring, like completely unopposed. I don't like that this ramps. Put a permanent card from among them into your hand, put the rest into your graveyard, create a 0/1 colorless spawn. Maybe I have to hit Kozilek's Command. Because this hurts our Tide Shapers and our creatures so hard, so... Yeah, okay, we'll go for the command. I can't
Good.
stop their ramp. Then if they play one ramp card, I'll hit the other one. I don't know what turn I'll do that, but I'll do it eventually.
Next turn.
This card is such a beating for us. Like, it's such a beating. It hurts us so much.
He doesn't have it anymore. It's gone. And there's no Thoughtseize bug for the Inquisition.
Well, I haven't experienced the Thoughtseize bug. I'm sure it exists. I'm going to feel really bad when it happens, too. Alright, what if Foothill's down? This card down. Oh, okay. So, they're not playing the Malevolent whatever. Interesting. So now when you play the One Ring, we could potentially just counter it. Oh, no, wait a minute. I knew this card.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was not new at all. So what do we not know about? So they could just play the One Ring. We'll just play a land and pass then. We'll try to Hexcatcher it. If they play something else, fine. I'll put a Hexcatcher in play.
The second ring.
Why are they showing all these? Feels 4 cards. They choose Wooded Foothills to put in their hand. Ooh, I could get, no, I can't get under City Sewers. I need to play my card this turn. So I have plenty of mana for the One Ring. Is there anything I can hit now? They have 4 cards in hand. They played this thing. They have one unknown card I don't know. How much is this? This is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're very close to that, but they're not there yet. One Ring is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're going to definitely be able to pay it. Unless I play a Tide Shaper and a Master of the Pearl Trenton this turn. But I think we just have to let it ride. Do I have it correctly? There's only one unknown card. Really need Thoughtseize here. Where's my Thoughtseize? Oh, you know what I could do? I could do nothing. And I could pass with the Sink into Stupor up. Make them pay the spawn somehow. I don't think that would happen, though. And then next turn I play Thoughtseize plus... Or, sorry, Inquisition plus... something. Ugh, it seems so bad, though. Tide Shaper plus Inquisition. Problem is, Inquisition is not likely to hit anything. They didn't play anything this turn. Do I know? Is there a random card I don't know about? So they played... I think there is a random card I don't know about. I'm just thinking between Sink into Stupor, like their next spell, whether it be One Ring or... It's not going to be Ruled Breaker, I guess. Okay. I'll wait a turn. I'll wait a turn.
What's he gonna do with that Eldrazi token, do you figure?
I don't know. Could be anything. Okay, Wooded Foothills has been played.
He's waiting for something. It's gonna be big.
Okay, well now I'm going to Sink into Stupor this thing. I don't mind trading like this. I hope they don't have Kozilek's Command. That'd be terrible.
Haven't seen that card in a long time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see if we can nail something here. Something useful.
Big, big, big.
Kozilek's Return. Counter it.
Backspace. Space.
That might have been the only thing I could possibly hit. But it's a good thing that we didn't run our creatures out into it. Could have been terrible. One Ring, Breaker. I can take nothing.
Lame.
And they have a forest. So the question is, what can we do to maximize this horrible situation? World Breaker does reach. Cast the spell, exile target artifact, enchantment, or land. Okay, hit your land then. Don't hit my land. Hit your land. And we'll play the Pluto Delta. And then try to... What's it called? We'll get the Surveil land off of this.
Jungle.
The Surveil land is like Cenote Scout for anyone who enjoys Cenote Scout.
Whatever happened to C-Note Scout?
Well, like some people pronounce it C-Note Scout.
Spanish.
But the Spanish people are like, that is not how it's done.
Oh.
Okay, so our opponent will draw 3 cards. Probably these 3 cards will kill us. Another one of these things, sure. They can't take this thing. They took Eldrazi Temple. And they don't have One Ring in their hand anymore, so they have Eldrazi Temple, World Breaker, and a random card that I do not know about. All right, let's go something. That is interesting, but it is not useful to me right now. That is just sort of, this is the type of card that is just delaying the inevitable. I do not like that type of card. I need... It's not help me now either. This is where people are like, Nikachu, this would be so much better. Well, these normally are counter spells. But, at the same time, these did help clear the way very early on in the game. Okay, so I guess we're just using this. Hopefully we hit something. Oh, I can't target them because of the One Ring. That's right. That's right. That's very cute, their opponent. That's very cute.
That's dumb.
Play my card and just pass. Okay, we are super far behind here now. Super far behind. I don't know if this is the deck I think it is anymore. Like, I assume this is the deck, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just a red-green Eldrazi ramp deck. You know, play this big-ass Eldrazi. But, like, I thought it was the Through the Breach deck. But I don't see it anywhere. Oh yeah, and they're playing Kozilek's Return. This is the only thing that sucks about Energy being such a big deck in the metagame. People are hating on... I can concede here, I think. People are just hard hating on Energy decks, and it absolutely screws with us. So they hate on energy, and we lose because of it. I wonder if it's a little bit more useful to have Harbinger of the Seas lock down the red mana, because I don't think they have basic Mountain, and then they can't play Kozilek's Return. At least not from hand. Orcish Bowmasters, is that any useful? Might be more useful than Trickster, because I don't know if this is the deck I think it is anymore. No, I think I'm just going to go with this. It's fine. We can keep this. I like it. I like the stock. Do I play I want to give myself the option, I guess, of playing this Master of the Pearl Trident on turn 2. My life total doesn't matter. Not in this matchup, anyhow. This is very unfortunate, actually. Oh no, they have Ugin's Labyrinth? Okay, that's good. I can Tide Shaper that. It's like, because I have Tide Shaper in my hand, and I want to hit the Ugins, so I want to hit the Utopia Sprawl. But I can't hit Utopia Sprawl if I'm forced to take it. Okay, they're probably going to play Ugin's Labyrinth. Oh, maybe not. Because they don't have a 7-drop? Oh, no, World Breaker is a 7-drop? How does this card work? We're going to play Kessig Wolfrun first. Okay, let's get 2 Lords in play so that we can get out of range of... What's its face? Kozilek's commands? Yeah, Kessig Wolfrun. Offline, there's 2 One Rings. Let's deal as much damage as we can.
Kozilek is actually nice.
Okay, I still know exactly what's in their hand, which is convenient. This Inquisition is useless, right? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in hand. There's 1 random card I don't know about.
And it's your worst nightmare.
Could be. Yeah, what's the risk that it's something evil? I think I can wait 1 turn.
Famous last words.
Yeah. I think I can wait 1 turn. So now we're protected from the... sorry, not Kozilek's command. Kozilek's Return. The return of Kozilek. A jerk. Okay, now they're playing Ugin's Labyrinth. They find something big. Because that's the thing. I could play something to get... like, I try to Thoughtseize to play around this, but I can't. Okay, the One Ring comes out. This is where we're going to get One Ringed into One Ring. They played smart. They played around our Tide Shaper. Okay, so now is time to Inquisition, I guess. Oh, I still can't do that. That's so frustrating.
Yeah.
Screw you, opponent. I hate that.
The One Ring.
Okay, well, at least just turn off this Ugin's Labyrinth. And do nothing. Then they'll play another One Ring while drawing another 2 cards. Well, it looks like these... So I'm playing with extra Thoughtseizes in place of... Well, I guess we didn't even draw Thoughtseize this game. Although if we did draw Thoughtseize this game, it actually would have been great. I'm playing the Thoughtseizes in replacement of counterspells. And certainly the counterspells would be highly appreciated right now. Like, highly appreciated. Okay, Sink into Stupor would be great here. We do have some counterspells. We have Force Negation, we have Sink into Stupor. We just need to draw them. And then kill our opponent next turn. Did not happen. But I'll tell you what we can do. We can play a Lord of Atlantis.
Keep building that board.
Yeah, we're going to keep building that board. The moment they stop playing One Rings, they're dead. And they know it. They know it. They're going to have double colorless for Kozilek's command. Keep drawing them 3 cards a turn.
Stop playing things.
Another One Ring. It's another one. It's okay. The 3rd turn sucks, apparently. What are you even looking for? Oh, they found an Eldrazi Temple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Uh-oh. Getting close to All's Dust range. Okay, we need a counterspell here so bad. Okay, sewers. We got our sewers. Manipulate the top of our deck. I'm going to keep that. Yeah, I'm going to keep that because I think we can... Well, I mean, I don't know if this is going to work, but I hope that we shut down Eldrazi Temple and their opponent dies. What our opponent discard? Sowing Miko Spawn or whatever? We are so vulnerable. We are so vulnerable here.
Pretty precarious situation.
Oh yeah, it's awkward. Draw millions more cards. Yeah. There we go. I'm thinking, like, should I have played, like, another Lord to play around 2 Kozilek's returns? They don't even have red mana up, though. Okay, can you just lose? Just concede here. Just concede. Just concede. Don't play any more stuff. The game is over.
The game is officially over.
I don't even know what you could even do from here if you don't play another One Ring or an All's Dust. Well, they're thinking, I'm assuming I win. Like, I mean, either you can solidly deal with this billion damage or you can't. There's, like, no two ways around it. There's no other options. I wonder if there was a world where
draw. Somebody gets into a draw.
they drew a colorless card and maybe that got them out of this.
It's not
So
possible.
if they drew a colorless card, they could play Kozilek's Command on, I guess, this Tide Shaper.
Simply not possible.
For like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it probably wouldn't even be enough. Okay, here we go. Yeah, they looked at their outs. They're like, I need to find the 4th One Ring.
Not
They
so,
found an Emrakul. That is not going to do it.
so much.
Or
for-
maybe it is. How many card types are in the graveyard? What is this? 13. There's 1, 2, 3.
Oh, he's
I
going
don't
way
think
up.
there's enough. Okay. Oh, they're going to play the Talisman.
So
Okay,
much for
Talisman.
being a one ring.
Yeah, there's another ring.
He's burned through 3.
Oh my god. So they had it the entire time?
He's burned through 3.
What is going on here? I have to go through all 4 of the One Rings. Okay. Again, we are at the spot. I need to draw my damn Sink It to Stupor. Or the Force Negation. I sided them in, didn't I? No, that was not it. We're going to lose next turn, aren't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm not going to beat this. We are not going to beat 4 One Rings. But you know what? At the next BNR announcement, we may not have to.
Oh, hopefully it'll be gone.
I shall pass and lose, I guess.
We never know. He might win.
Is there 2 Kozileks? Okay, hold on. I could play around one thing. There's one thing I can play around. Do you know what's interesting? Oh, no, they won't die, though. I was about to say, like... There's a One Ring. That's the last One Ring. Like, they can't get rid of that one. Okay, I have to... Okay, so what I'm playing around is... I'm playing around 2 Kozilek's commands. Oh, no, there's one in the graveyard. Shit, how big is everything? It deals 5 damage to everything? Everything's a 5/5. Oh, I'm just gonna die.
Maybe he'll misclick.
Yeah, you just play anything.
Nah, he'll just misclick.
Great sadness. Yeah, I forgot. I actually thought I was getting out of range of a Kozilek's command that they could cast, and not a Kozilek's command that was coming from the graveyard. Okay, I'll just resign. Do I ever... Yeah, I can't come back from this. Too bad.
Oh, well.
Inquisition screwed me in this one because I cannot take the big stuff. I do like Inquisition in this matchup. I really do. I think it takes a lot of the good stuff. I know it looked bad in this match. I think it takes a lot of the good stuff. This slows... This... By playing... this card on turn 1, and we have a lot of things we cannot do on turn 1. We have nothing to do on turn 1 with this deck. We can take the Talisman. I think that is a good play. I think taking the Utopia Sprawl helped us a lot. It generally speaking slowed them down. We did have a Tide Shaper that basically had nothing to target.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it did stuff. It still hit Eldrazi
Oh,
Temples and stuff.
But what if it was
and
surgical
it can
exchange?
hit Kozilek's return, or at least we can see it and know that we have to play around it. So I actually do think the hand disruption is good in this matchup. Our opponent had 4-1 ring. Like, what are you gonna do?
That's very unfortunate.
And we do have counter spells in this deck, right? We do have counter spells. I just didn't draw them. I do have the 3 Sink into Stupors and 2 Force Negations, but like, okay, we could have drawn one of those, or we could have our opponent just draws 1 less 1 ring.
Ugh, 4-1 rings. That sucks.
Yeah, all in the top 34 cards of their deck. I mean, it's not impossible because they have Ancient Strings as well. All right, that was round 3. Let's move on to round 4.
You paid money.
Okay, we won the die roll in round 4. I think this hand is great. We have turn 1 Thoughtseize into turn 2 Psychic Frog, and maybe we just completely take over the game from there.
Mulligan.
They did mulligan.
Go to 5.
If our opponent mulligans, you'll definitely know. You'll know because my brother will say it.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah,
Go to 4.
Loves reading chat. All right. So, and also another thing about the hand disruption, it can really punish people on mulligans because no one wants to mulligan a 5, so a lot of people can keep sketchy 6s. I don't like any of these cards. The 1 ring, Rat the Skies, and Flage. So I can't beat Solitude or I can't beat any of this stuff. So we're up against a control deck. I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Wrath the Skies. Am I? And then I'm going to force my opponent to pitch their Flage with Solitude. And then they'd be left with a 1 ring. Is that how I'm going to do it? I think that's how I'm going to do it. That makes a lot of sense to me. If I take the Solitude, they can still Wrath my Frog. Oh, no, they can't. It takes a long time, right? So they need... Unless they find an energy card. My hand's not that good because I can't actually cast anything else except for the stupid Frog. So I hit Solitude. They play land. I play Frog. They play another land. I get in for a few attacks with this Frog. They need to Wrath for 2, but it wipes my whole board. Okay, I'm going to take the Wrath. It was a tough choice. They're all good. Like, all these cards are very, 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 very good. And frustrating.
Thoughtseize.
Ooh. Well, this sucks now because I can't hit any of that big stuff. The Inquisition could hit the Wrath the Skies. I can hit a Flage. It's not very useful to me. Alternatively, we can try to... If the Solitude eats the Frog, then the Harbinger of the Seas will be free from the Solitude. Wonder if I should discard. Interesting line that I'll have. Okay, that was a land that they just found. Top decked it. It's 4 cards. Sorry, there's 1 card I don't know about.
Something so pleasing about that red and blue combination on this new land here.
Okay, I am going to attempt to just draw cards off this thing.
They picked the perfect shades of red and blue.
I have a Fatal Push. This is not very useful. So... Are you going to play Flage? Hit this twice or something? I could try to Inquisition, but the awkward thing is then they could Solitude, hit my Frog. If they have nothing else to throw away. Alternatively, I do nothing.
Yeah.
And just pass. Because I can play Hexcatcher, and having Hexcatcher in play is not bad. Okay, well, I guess I'll pass for now. Fatal Push, completely useless there. But so would Dismember. A classic Merfolk deck. We don't know about this card anymore. They didn't play Flage. They definitely have some sort of removal. Just have no idea what it is. Leyline Binding. To take what? You want to take... Well, I can't do anything about it, so it's going to have to resolve. I guess they'll take my frog.
Dang.
We draw a land. So it's a mixed blessing. Okay, so we're going to attack for 1. And then I'm going to Inquisition and take the Flage. Yeah, I should probably play this just in case there's something played in response. Okay, let's Inquisition. Take the Flage. Can't take any of this other stuff. Okay, so Solitude is offline for the turn. Ah, they found a Plains, which is very unfortunate. And... Oops, I got rid of the Plains, but they'll play it immediately. Pass. And when they play the One Ring, we will... Well, I mean, they may not play the One Ring. They don't have to.
He better, though.
And I will be certainly jamming this Harbinger of the Seas. And hopefully it doesn't get interacted with. And if it does, I mean, if there's a white card for this with Solitude, that's fine.
Darn it.
I'm doing something. Why? Why you have to draw it that turn? That is very rude. That is just so rude. That's terrible. Okay, so now they can just hard cast this stupid Solitude.
You can stink into stupors.
How does Revolt work? If that... No, it doesn't work. Opponent has like a lot of mana. It doesn't matter. Sorry, it costs a lot of mana. I can't do anything about it. So this can get a white source for sure. Well, it doesn't matter. They have 5 mana. So now I'm in a lot of trouble. I'm in hot water here. I guess I can only play Lord and pass. And they will very likely kill this thing. Do I need the Sink into Stupor in play? Probably not. Damn, what a top deck.
Oh, go. Don't play that card. Don't
They're going to play Solitude for sure.
Norman the Wary. Nah, Solitude. Could have been. It's possible.
This is one of the disadvantages of playing Dimir Merfolk, in that you don't have Cavernous Souls anymore. So we do lose some percentage points in exactly this matchup. Okay, One Ring comes out. And protection of everything. I guess they value their Solitude a lot. Oh, can't grab anything with Inquisition. I'm going to draw a card. Hopefully draw a counterspell. Or they're hoping to draw a counterspell. And I have nothing to do but pass. And hope they draw garbage.
They love drawing garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Their whole
No, what's
deck.
funny is actually Fatal Dismember would be superior to Fatal Push here. Absolutely superior. Can I do anything about this? I guess I'll just take the 3. Because I'm attacking back for a lot more. Assuming none of it dies.
Big.
Maybe I shouldn't be assuming so much. Well, anyway, I don't know what to do here. Let's see what's up. Show me your secrets.
That's
you have a
what's up.
Spell Snare, Solitude, and a Leyline Binding. Those are good cards, opponent. Those are unfortunately very, very, very good cards. Better cards than I was hoping that you would have. Okay, we're down 1 Lord of Atlantis. 2 cards left. Can't take the Leyline Bind. I'm just dead here. I just can't do anything.
That's not true.
Leyline Binding is too... I mean, they basically have 2 more removal spells in hand. Their draws with the One Ring. Very good. I mean, I think our hand was very, very good in the start, and it just did... I needed my Harbinger of the Seas to resolve. That was the whole point. Need my Harbinger to resolve. Mind you, if I had Force and Negation, I wouldn't have been able to fight through anything. So my opponent still has the Solitude mana. There is no point in attacking. Maybe I should have blocked with Trickster. They gain 6 life, but then that would be an it. No, I need to play a little ambitiously here.
You might still lose.
Oh, it's definitely possible. I have beaten a One Ring a million times. Like, they just draw a bunch of lands. But also, they can draw a bunch of counter spells. Well, that's not a good sign. They can draw a bunch of counter spells when we have a Cavern of Souls, but I don't have Cavern of Souls in this deck. Oh, they have Flage. I completely forgot about this card. Okay, yeah, I'm dead.
No.
I forgot about that. It didn't matter. Their hand was gas. Okay, post board things get a lot better. We're going to play with Tishana's Tidebinder. We're going to play with Force Negation. We're also going to play with Bowmasters. Bowmasters is way better than Trickster because it's basically a Trickster. You know, you flash it out for 2 mana. You got 2 power on the battlefield. Also, you ping your opponent, but also it hurts our opponent when they play the One Ring. We will be taking out Fatal Push, of course. I mean, it has some utility versus Flage, but I hope to kill our opponent's Flage with like Sink into Stupor or Tishana's Tidebinder or Harbinger of the Sea so that it doesn't even get cast from the graveyard. Cards I do not want. I don't know if I need so many of these hand discard cards. I don't need Trickster. I'll go down 1 Harbinger of the Seas. I have to go down something. Okay, maybe I don't need Orcish Bowmasters nearly so badly. I like the Frog still. It's not great. Actually, maybe I should go down a Frog. Like, I don't have... Like, I like Svelun in this matchup, but, you know, it's just like 1 Leyline Binding, a Solitude, and it's dead. And it's over.
I haven't seen them Bowmasters this whole league. They've been in the back. They've been sitting on the benches.
No, they're out there. There's so many people that think Orcish Bowmasters is gone. They're lying to themselves.
Haven't seen it from you this
Oh,
week.
I haven't played. Well, we haven't got...
I haven't drawn it.
Yeah, we haven't drawn it, I guess. I brought in versus Energy. It was not that useful versus... Maybe I could have brought in versus that Tron deck. They would have done, like, what, 8 damage to themselves? Yeah. Because they played 4 One Rings. I just don't expect Orcish Bowmasters to do very well versus an Eldrazi. Like any Eldrazi. Hand is great. Keep. Turn 2 Frog. With Inquisition backup. Or turn 2 some sort of Lord or something.
Big.
What are your secrets? You got Spell Snare, got Phage. Okay, you got Spell Snare. I think that one is the more evil one in this case. And the hand otherwise is pretty crappy. Yeah, I'll take the... Unfortunately, I don't have Cavern of Souls, so I'll take the Spell Snare. And pass the turn. Oh yeah, Tune the Narrative is instant speed. So we can keep situation as is. I'll just play Frog and pass.
Go Frog. Come on.
Go Frog. Draw us at least a few cards. I might discard one card to draw a card, just because having like hitting for at least 2 damage is a lot better than not. Put a card on top. Ooh, they like their card. They didn't even play Tune the Narrative. They don't need that energy yet, I guess. Another Flooded Strand down.
Runaway Steamkin is going to come back.
What are they holding up? Are you holding up, opponents? I don't think I'm going to discard anything here. I just really like my hand. Want draw lands, though. Okay, that's great. And I guess I'm just going to pass. Tune the Narrative. Yep. So if they phage, I can double pump. They decide not to. So what does that mean? So if I play Hexcatcher, okay, let's get rid of this thing and the Flooded Strand. Oh, I guess they've got Leyline Binding now. This hand is awkward. This hand's more awkward than I wanted it to be. Way more awkward. So there's 4 unknown cards in their hand. And they like all of them. Okay, I have to put pressure on the board, though. I don't really have a choice. It's going to get eaten by Flage. But, like, I don't think I can do anything about that. Is this going to be a counterspell? No. It's going to be a Leyline Binding on our Frog. Which is fine.
No. No.
No. Not our Frog. This is a very bad time for Aether Vial.
Could have been discarded to the Frog.
Could have been. This is new. I don't think I've seen Control decks play Leyline Binding. Okay, so I am in a bit of a pickle. We have red, blue, white, so they can play Flage, kill this. I can't sink it. Well, I can actually sink this at the right moment, but this is not going to be the right moment. Okay, I think I have to play Aether Vial, let Flage resolve, kills my Hexcatcher. I'll replace it with another Hexcatcher, and then when they play Flage again, I will sink it to stupor it.
Flage.
To be honest, I think I'm behind here, though. That's interesting. So I can keep developing my board. I don't know, maybe they're just setting me up with a Supreme Verdict, I don't know. Okay, I can counter this. So they don't get the energy. I needed these last turn. Deck. Okay. Play Pluto Delta and pass. I do not really feel ahead here. At all. These are just a bunch of mopey cards. If I had the Ether Vial earlier, that could have made a big difference. Okay, Flage comes out. Yeah, I think I have to let it resolve, and then when they try to bring it back from the graveyard, that's when I sink it to stupor it. So now we need to get like 3... I need like another Lord here. So we get our Lords to 4 toughness to get out of range of this stupid Flage. Which may not even be enough, to be honest. Bowmaster is interesting. Well, it's a threat. It's not a threat they can easily exhaust either. Okay, pass. You want to draw some cards, opponent?
Draw this.
Yeah. Maybe they have counterspell backup now for this Flage. No. No Dovin's Veto, no nothing. Now I don't really want to play anything until I know this Flage is back in the graveyard. Did I... yeah, I still have Harbinger this season in the deck. Use it. His ability, no. That's not what I wanted to see. Maybe I should have put Bowmasters in play just to start. You know, I think I made a mistake. I should just put Bowmasters in play. I would have pinged them for 1, hit them for 2, and at least it's a very awkward thing to want to deal with your Flage. But maybe it would be just enough for them to play Flage, kill off Bowmasters, and then I can start playing these Lords. Like I could throw a Lord into play at end of turn, follow it up with another Lord. Because the waiting game doesn't, like, we're sort of from a losing position. Versus control, you like want to start getting some damage going like instantaneously. Like turn, like, oh, I have to get rid of this Mystic Gate. What is this now? 3 mana. Okay, they're just gonna play. Maybe they have too many Flages now. Do you have too many Flages, opponent? Seems to be the case. The idea versus control is you want to do a steady amount of damage early enough, and then like, you know, when they start to stabilize, you kill them. Like they play a Verdict or something, and then you do them in. This is a great card. But
10 turns ago.
Yeah, well, it's still good now, but there is some risk to it, for sure. I definitely can't just throw it out there. There's no basic lands in play, though. That helps us a ton. Well, I spoke too soon. Way too soon. Okay, let's see if we can exhaust, like, Solitude or something. Ooh, another Bowmasters. That's very interesting. So now we're going to play the game of viling at the end of our opponent's turn every turn. Okay, hold on. They don't have a Flage in hand anymore. The Flage is on the battlefield.
Where?
Sorry, it's in the graveyard.
Yeah.
Okay, I will pass again. I'm only punished by, like, Wrath the Skies. Found another non-basic land.
You should just slam this thing on the table already.
I'll try to at the end of their turn. Ugh. Bloodstrand. I can find the perfect mana. The perfect mana. What is this, the One Ring? Or another Flage? Sure. Shoot my thing down. So you can fetch and replay this thing. That's a problem. Double red. That's a very big problem. Shoot. So they can fetch, get the, oh, they're afraid of a counterspell. Good. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Oh, great. No response. I love that.
Oh, that fetch is locked out.
Yep.
You were too slow.
Now I just hope that this is enough to win. If they have Solitude in hand and a white card, then we're in trouble. Okay, hopefully we just get them.
Thoughtseize.
No, I have no black mana for Thoughtseize. No black mana. Oh, okay. This is 1, 2, 6. Next turn, if I play a Lord, it's 8, 9. Okay. Yeah. It looks like they had nothing. They could have floated a bunch of mana. Well, they thought we had a counterspell. Well, actually, they probably just didn't have anything. That's the deal. They just could not interact with it.
Ha. All that mana and you couldn't do it.
Well, that's why I'm like sometimes control decks that just draw a bunch of lands. I don't like how they're like stopping. They're not like conceding. So it could be a sign that
He's got that big whammy card.
that they have a Solitude in hand. But we have Sink into Stupor. That was a great draw. See, I needed that type of draw versus that Tron deck. Okay, we're attacking for 9. So if they play Solitude, pitching a white card, I will sink it, forcing them to have another white card in their hand. Oh, what the hell is this? Shark Typhoon or Subtlety? Interesting. Okay, I think I'm gonna let it resolve. So they can't hit my Lord. And then I'm going to contemplate what to do afterwards. I could sink it. Just puts them in a bad spot. So they take 5, 6, 7 damage. They go to 2. It's lethal next turn for sure. Problem is, if my opponent top decks a One Ring, it's not good for me because I could sink it and it doesn't do anything. Anyway, I think we're gonna let that resolve. We're just gonna let that happen. We still have like more than lethal, unless there's an Ottawa around here, and that would really suck. I could not sink it because they would just replay the Subtlety anyway, and I'd rather keep my options open. Oh, you know what I could do actually? I can sink. I could sink into Stupor the Leyline Binding,
And get your Froggy back.
and get the Froggy back. That was the line. I could have had lethal there. So I need my opponent to have no Solitude, no pitch card. Or they can have Solitude, pitch card, but not 2 of them. Or, okay, there's Solitude. Pitching Leyline Binding. Alright, so here we go.
I predicted it all along. You're thinking.
Yeah. So So I'm glad I held on to the sink. Okay, there we go.
Wow.
Let my thing die. We go to game 3.
What a struggle.
It was a struggle. Interestingly, Fatal Push can kill Solitude. I mean, Subtlety. Bowmasters was fine. I should just use it. Actually, all these cards are good. I guess the problem with our hand, it was just a bunch of Lords. That's not that good in this matchup. It's also possible that Psychic Frog is not good in this version of Blue-Eye Control. Because you saw what they had. It's like Leyline Bindings, Leyline Bindings, Solitudes, Rat the Skies. And if this is not a 2/2 creature, then I'm not really getting a whole lot of value out of it. Maybe I should not have Psychic Frog in this matchup. I should bring in just some conventional crap. Well, they were very greedy with their hands, so maybe we should have another Harbinger of the Seas. I don't really feel like I need that many Harbingers, though. But it's a free win machine. It wasn't super free that game, but it was free enough. I did like the Bowmasters. Gets around their sort of removal. It's like it's diverse. It's a diversified threat.
Yeah, we saw some action from both masters, and it worked very well.
Jail Martin. It's too many Harbinger of the Seas, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Too many Harbinger of the Seas. Well, they mulligan, so shall we. This hand's a lot better. I think I'm going to throw away the Ether Vial.
Yeah. Bye.
Well, I could keep it. No, I'm going to throw it away.
Don't worry,
Maximizing lands in play, I think, is going to be good.
It'll float back up to the top for draw 2. As always.
I've got a Bowmasters. Let's play this naked. Probably I'll play Bowmasters next turn. And I don't know what I'll do after that. That's right. You just activated my trap card. Oh, man. Oh, man. They're playing like this. That can't be good for us. Do I hit the red or the... Well, I guess the red is the sensitive one, right?
Is that the red or the white?
Yeah. So now all of a sudden I think I should play the Tide Shaper. It's not going to be mana efficient, but I should play the Tide Shaper. They don't have a lot of red, right? This is just... This activates Leyline Binding, but this activates the Flage, which I can't deal with by next turn. Or do I even care? So let's say they play Flage. I got Force Negation for some stuff, but I don't have Force Negation for everything. Okay, I think I'll attack for 2, and I guess we'll Tide Shaper this Thundering Falls.
I guess.
They specifically need to go find it. I don't know how many untapped red sources they have for this Flage. But they have to have like a good chunk of red sources, right? They have to. They need double red for Flage. I don't remember what their mana base was last time. I just don't remember. It's just not even mana efficient to play this Tide Shaper. I would like to play... I sort of want to... Honestly, I want to play Tide Shaper, Misty Rainforest, and then go get a Surveil Land so I can guarantee I can slam this thing next turn. I may not even be able to guarantee that. Okay, so let's... Okay, I'm just going to go get an island. I'll play Tide Shaper and just being annoying to their mana.
Sounds good.
Cutting off the red mana hits a lot. If they have to play a Solitude to deal with this Tide Shaper, which honestly I don't think they have to do. This doesn't play around Wrath the Skies at all. Oh no, it does. I do have Force and Negation in my hand. I do play around a few things here. Oh, they got another Scalding Tarn, huh? Another Tide Shaper. Well, I'm not going to play that one. Now we're just going to... See, this is the attack I needed before. This is some good damage. This is some good, clean
Solid 4 damage.
Clean damage, okay? Clean. What are you going to do? Play Verdict? I didn't see Verdict. Not to say that they don't have it. Alright. They can have anything. This is a control deck. They can have and do anything. They put a Leyline Binding in the graveyard. I feel like that's a sign of strength. I feel. Shit. I play Hexcatcher. They can play Solitude.
They sure could.
Okay, how about we play
Yeah, those guys.
Bowmasters? Go to Bowmasters. And then if they play Solitude and we draw a land, maybe we can win the game like that. Okay, shoot you. I shoot you. You shoot me. We're
We're from Texas.
Hey, keep taking this damage. All right, if you keep taking the damage, I don't mind.
You're about to activate his trap card.
Yeah, they're at 4. I mean, you got to do something. You got to do something, opponent. Can't just do nothing all day.
Pay for it.
Hopefully this is going to be like a Wrath the Skies for 2. I force it and the game is over. What is going on here?
He's going the distance.
Okay, well, I'm just going to go for it. So there appears to be a Solitude in hand. If I can draw a land, then we can like play Tashana's Tidebinder, counter this thing. Okay, here's Solitude. So what if we draw a Lord, is it over? This is worth at least 3 life by itself. Okay, so I attack for everything. Block. Go up to 7. No, hold on. You block. I can deal 4, 5, 6. Not lethal.
But almost.
Not lethal.
Not lethal, and you have plenty of blue to pitch for force negation.
I really need one more land here. I really need one more land. Okay, so the block cannot be a blowout here. Cannot be a blowout. It's impossible. So they could like subtlety this. Solitude. It still burns a lot of resources. And so long as they don't have Verdict, I think I'm okay. It's like basically Verdict or bust. They could have Flage. That would be a little annoying. Not the end of the world. What is this? Another Solitude? Okay, it's another Solitude. We do this dance again. Same situation.
Huh.
Well, now I can attack with everything. And whatever they block, I can shoot it down with Bowmasters. Can I shoot my own stuff?
Any target.
So if they block Hexcatcher, I can actually shoot my Hexcatcher so they don't gain life. It'll buff up this, and they'll take 3, only 6 damage. Damn.
Almost there, though.
Be very awkward. I have to shoot the Solitude, so that the Solitude is dead. Still gonna take that line, huh? Yeah, if I shoot this, this grows. This will just be 6, though. They go to 1. But they still have the stupid lifelinker on the battlefield. I think what's going to happen is I'm just going to go to damage. This will have 1 damage on it. and then I'll play Bowmasters, and that way I'll play around another Solitude in their hand. Sort of. I don't even know if that plays around Solitude.
Yeah. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't.
They're like, if I block this and you have another Hexcatcher, that would big suck, right? Yeah, it would big suck, wouldn't it? Okay, so you block this. They're definitely going to trade. Can I just play another Bowmasters, deal you the most? I suppose so. Because I can't do anything else with my mana. Well, I can play Tideshaper, but sort of a sad way to use my mana here.
Goes down to 1. It's very precarious.
No, they don't go to 1 because that Solitude had lifelink.
Oh, lame.
But I still have lethal on the battlefield. So we just continuously are trying to deal with whatever. I'm continuously not drawing my third land. So like if I draw that third land, I mean, it's game over.
No!
Here comes Phage. Is there a Phage in the graveyard? No. Okay. This is great.
Oh, yeah. Thank God.
This is what we were also going for.
3.
What to get rid of here, though?
2. 1. Anything. He'll resign.
I guess Deshaun's Tidebinder. And either play Tideshaper or Harbinger this season next turn. Problem is I don't know which one's better. Like, I sort of want to get rid of the Tideshaper, but this is like the only thing I can cast if I don't draw a land. And if I draw another 3-drop, that would really suck.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, I'll get rid of the Harbinger. I really want to keep this Harbinger. But they have free mana up anyway. So they could have a counterspell here. But I don't think they have a counterspell. They've been like just we've just been passing the turn a million times. If they have a counterspell, I'll just sack the Hexcatcher. It's useless here.
Yeah. Come on, resign already. You have nothing. That was it. That was your last stand.
They have 1 white mana source, yeah. Okay, they thought a long time about that. And they're like, okay, pass. What is this supposed to do?
Well, it takes one of your cards away, and...
So it eats my Orc? I get a sense they have a counterspell in hand. Okay, so we're going to let that... No, we're not going to let that resolve. You're going to 1. You're going to 1. Interesting. Yeah, you didn't want to shock yourself. Ooh! You're going to 1 and you lose. Yeah, that's game. Sometimes you just kill them with completely non-Merfolk cards.
Ha!
And they have nothing. There's no free card for... They only have 1 card left in their hand.
And it won't save them.
Yeah, I mean, I can ping them for 1 and also grow the Orc token. It's all roads lead to heaven in this case. So I didn't even think about this out, so it actually was strictly superior to counter with a Hexcatcher. Well, maybe not strictly superior. What if I... Because if I let the thing resolve, they take the Orc token to reduce the damage. If I draw Lord, yeah, I only deal 4 damage, so it's actually better to get rid of... No, I don't know. It's close. It's very, very close. Anyway, we won. Matchup definitely worse than usual. No Cavern of Souls. And I also think this matchup should be worse. They have a lot of spot removal. Like, we have to get rid of our Psychic Frog. Not really, honestly, not really that enthusiastic about Psychic Frog in this matchup. It's okay. Okay, that was round 4. Let's move on to round 5. All right, we won the die roll. Can't say our hand is bad. We're going to keep it.
We're up against Gift Shop. That's a great username.
Oh, we have a Thoughtseize, so I guess what we're going to do is Swamp Thoughtseize. And then we can play Hexcatcher and then hold up Master of the Pearl Tread and Fatal Push. Just trying to see how I can save my life, especially if we're up against a energy deck. Interesting.
Let's look at all this stupid crap. What's Wizards thinking?
2 Ugin Labyrinths. 1 can be played immediately. Unless we get rid of the all is dust. Then they can't. I'm just thinking, like, maybe I'm color spell, so this will get reduce it to 6. So you play all is dust. But then I can kill this. I'm just thinking if I take dismember so that our creatures can't die. Because I think our creatures matter more than their creatures. So we'll take care of a dismember. I think. It's a tough spot. It's a tough spot. Dismember deals them damage. All his dust will wipe my board super late in the game, though. And I think I don't think I care that much about Mimic yet. I do care about this thing. Because I don't want All's Dust to cost less. But at the same time, they can't do anything with it, so... we'll just pass. This buffs the other ones, that's fine. Herald is gone. Prismatic Vista is a card we knew about. Also one Ugin's Labyrinth, and also the All's Dust on the battlefield. So all of a sudden, there's only two cards left in their hand. Sure.
You should play the Mimic.
Sort of want to play Undercity Sewers here, but I think we have to just curve out. It's not a good draw. It's not a good draw. Do I want to do anything? Maybe I just pass here. And then Fatal Push one of these when necessary. Ether Vial looks stone cold useless here, so I guess I just don't play that. Actually, there's a chance that they attack with the Mimic. I can block Fatal Push the It Herald the Ends. Or whatever. Oh, the Mimic's on the battlefield. Actually, okay, I don't know anything what's in their hand now. I don't know squat. Oh, red source. You're gonna steal one of my creatures? You're gonna steal one of my creatures. I think I still want to kill this. Maybe not. Well, you're gonna steal my Ether Vial, I guess. Colorless, get +1/+1, but this is gonna hoof me for 4. They have 4 mana right now. I don't want to get hoof for 4.
Fatal Push.
Okay, we're gonna let this resolve. Yeah, I'm either Fatal Pushing the Mimic or It Heralds the End. I guess we go for Mimic. It's tough though. I just want to keep my stuff as big as possible, or keep my life total as high as possible.
We got rid of that Aether Vial anyway.
Yeah, the Ether Vial's gone. Ooh, that was a beautiful top deck. Okay, I think we're going to play Polluted Delta. We're going to fetch. We're going to go get the Undercity Sewers to manipulate the top of our deck. I wasn't even thinking. And we're going to keep that on top. Because that is just a random creature that we can play. This is going to shut down their mana pretty hard. They can attack for 5 with the Thought-Knot Seer, but I think we're attacking back for more. I'm just concerned about the red, because that could mean Lightning Bolt. Killing this Master of the Pearl Trident would really suck. But they can't play any colorless cards anymore. Okay, yeah, we'll just get hit for 5. That's fine.
It's not fine.
It's fine.
Big. Wait, it was this guy.
Big, bigger than big. Let you know what we have. Clear hand. Attack for 1,000,000.
Oh, this is gonna be sweet. Boom!
And they're basically dead.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thank you, Harbinger of the Seas. You've done it again.
You son of a bitch.
Shout out to also Thoughtseize for hitting that Dismember early on. Because if we have one less creature, could be a tough game. Okay, I do still like the Hand Disruption. Fatal Push should be good. Okay, what do I not want? Okay, I actually think Psychic Frog is very good in this type of matchup because it can soak up a lot of damage and it can just... I could just be like, I'm all in on the Psychic Frog. Just gonna go for it. Okay, what do I not want? Not thrilled about Hexcatcher ever in these types of matchups. I just don't like it. It's just really bad on defense. Tishana's Tiebinder, I think, is okay. Trickster is, like, okay, but not great. Oh, we have Damping Sphere. Why do we have Damping Sphere in this deck and I don't use it? Keep Tishana's Tiebinder. I don't know if I need Tishana's Tiebinder that badly. What does it do again?
Next
It's
token.
not seer. Could be wrong about what this card does. I also could be wrong about Hexcatcher. They could have the One Ring. They have to have the One Ring. I shouldn't say they have to have anything. Okay, I guess I'll keep Trickster, but I'm not sure. I don't know. Off the top of my head, I can't remember in this specific type of Eldrazi deck if Tishana's Tiebinder, Trickster, or Hexcatcher is better. And I'm not going to bring in Force Negation because I'm just going to depend on Inquisition of Kozilek and Thoughtseize to deal with the cards I want to deal with. The Island Walkers, they suck, but when you have Island Walk, they're great, or especially when you have Harbinger of the Seas.
Premium hand.
It's not premium, but it's good enough. Shall keep it. If we can draw land, that'd be great. Then we can just throw away one of these Ether Vials to the Psychic Frog. Oh yes, turn 1 Eldrazi Temple to play turn 2. Well, that's not good either. I guess we'll just get an Watery Grave or Island. If I draw a random island, that would not be good. I only have one island to draw, to be honest. Oh no, but I also have the Sink into Stupors. Oh no, I have Fatal Push in my hand. I have to get this. Fatal Push. What am I thinking? Okay, deal with this Flesh Raker very well because I need... Oh, Null Drifter. Okay, that's fine. That is Fineroonies. Ooh, we draw the land. Okay, we'll play the land. Do you have Kozilek's Command? Can I do anything about it? I think the answer is no. Well, I can. Like, I could play Tide Shaper. Maybe I should play Tide Shaper. The reason being, I can still play Psychic Frog off of my Ether Vial or next turn. And they clearly didn't have anything great to do this turn, so this is just, like, sort of Time Walk. Because they definitely are going to have something to do on the third turn. 100%. Hopefully it's not, like, Soul Land and then Thought-Knot Seer take our Psychic Frog. It'd be very rude, opponent. It would be very, very rude. But they have 8 cards in hand. And they play a Wastes.
What a waste of a turn.
Could Kozilek's Command this? And they probably will. Yeah. But doesn't Kozilek command my Psychic Frog next turn? I think I'm going to Fatal Push this. Like, they don't seem to have any small creatures. And I don't want this to be ramp. Such bad value. This is less food for the frog, but whatever. I've done a number to my life total somehow. Fetch, shock. Oh, I played this. The Soporific Springs. Doobie Gas. They play Thought Not Seer. I play Psychic Frog. I just dump my 2 cards. That'd be great.
What now, pal?
Yeah, what now, huh? You want to take something from my hand?
That's what's up.
Take this.
Oh, please. Yes.
Yeah. And I can attack into this Thought Not Seer too.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, because they're effectively... I mean, they're going to take the Lord anyway. So you might as well take nothing. Nothing at all. Look at that tech. Just have to hope my opponent doesn't have Dismember. They could. They could easily have Dismember.
It'd still take 4 life.
Well, I lose my card. Ooh, that's not bad at all. Well, I'm not discarding that, that's for sure. Okay, let's exile 3 cards. Let's fly over this thing. Take flight, my frog.
And draw a card.
Yeah, that's weird.
Thoughts
Okay,
he's
we'll
bug.
play Damping Sphere. Well, it doesn't really kill them that much.
It'll hurt.
This is one nice thing about playing with Psychic Frog. These vials, they finally can be turned into something. They're usually just garbage.
That's what I said when I first learned about this card.
The frog?
Yeah, like this was like a month ago.
You should play this in your Merfolk
Yeah,
deck. You can dump your vials.
That's exactly what I said. I'll find the link. I predicted this.
Yeah, you're going to bring the proof. I said it. My brother is Nostradamus for Merfolk. Yeah, all the Vile decks are going to play this. Well, they're thinking really hard about this because, yeah, this card does nothing. Why? It still doesn't add mana, right? Are you short one? Yeah, whatever.
One brain cell, maybe.
Well, there's a problem here. This is 9 damage. That is a lot of damage. I could just die soon. Okay, so I need to draw...
Sink and Stupor. Turn it to hand.
Sync it would be okay. I am drawing 2 cards. A Lord can double block a Thought Not Seer. So let's attack with the Psychic Frog. No,
Did you want to pump it up?
I do it after blocks, you know.
I didn't know it was you can do it whenever.
I can do it whenever. That was great. That was a great draw. All right, now we got tons of blockers. Maybe I just wipe their board. Well, I mean, I expect that they're going to play another thing this turn.
No haste, though.
Oh, I have to block the Reality Smasher, actually. Well, they can play another Reality Smasher, right?
I only have one in the deck.
It'd actually be super awkward if they played another Reality Smasher. Oh, is this one of those bounce things? Oh, okay, this is fine.
Desperation mode.
Yeah,
Draw 2 cards.
something like that. And also, they've already cast a card this turn, so they can't. The next card they cast is going to be really expensive. Damping Sphere is doing work. That's why it's in my deck. I hate these Eldrazi decks. They're so damn hard to beat. So hard to beat.
Ha!
Okay, so this looks very good for us. If we get one Island Walk Enabler, I mean, it's over. Can we force them to be in chump block mode? Okay, so if I attack with everything, this is 5. It can potentially be 5. Let's say you block one thing. This is 4, 8, 13. Excellent. So they have to double block. They can't single block, which means Thought Not Seer has to die. But then they have a Reality Smasher to attack me for 5. And this Fatal Push cannot kill a Reality Smasher. Well, I could attack with just Psychic Frog. Unfortunately, they're 1 man away from All's Dust, which is very concerning. Or even the Devourer of Destiny.
If you Sack the thing and then use the 3 card. Oh no,
What do you mean sack thing? I can't sack anything.
you don't have 3 cards in the library either, right?
You mean 3 cards in the graveyard?
Or graveyard.
No,
yeah.
I don't have 3 cards in the graveyard.
But if you sack the Fatal Push, then you will, and you can fly, and maybe that.
Would that guarantee some damage? Maybe I do this. I can't sack anything on the board. But I can just attack with the frog. If they block with Reality Smasher, I pump up the frog. Or they could double block. Oh, if they double block, I pump up to kill the Smasher. Then it triggers Revolt. I kill Thought-Knot Seer. I draw a card, and I still have like 12 power on the battlefield. That's possible. Oh no, I can't discard the Fatal Push. How do I do this? Okay, Fatal Push isn't worth as much. We got a YOLO here. We got a YOLO. Fortunately, our opponent did not have Dismember there. Okay, if I attack with everything, just single block, take 8. Well, the problem is they're forced to double block. That's not good. And I can't just send it in earlier, trying to bluff something, because they'd be forced to block. Maybe they wouldn't. No, they have to block at least 1. Okay, I'm just going to attack with Psychic Frog. This is not looking that good, though.
Gotta do what you gotta do. Big
Card. That was a big card. That was a very good card. All right, so I think...
Bring it on.
Yeah, basically. I guess what? Does Devour of Secrets do something? Maybe? Okay, yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly what we needed to beat.
Ha! Don't forget to visit the gift shop after you get your ass kicked.
We have no gift shop. All right, we won. Hooray. I don't have no. It's a Merfolk 5-0 though. So I didn't get completely crushed in a video. Okay, so Thoughtseize, I don't know, maybe there's too much hand discard in this deck. I do like the hand discard, but maybe it's a bit too much and I have to lean a little bit more into just traditional counters. I do love the discard though. It helps so much. Even versus those Eldrazi decks, I think it helped me so much to, like, you know, we pluck the Dismember. You have no, like, we don't want to play 2 mana for our creature and then they just kill it with Dismember. Then they just tempo us out really badly. We had just enough creatures to win that game. Also, Psychic Frog, I think, also showed its worth in that last Eldrazi game. Matchups were tough. I hope everyone recognizes these were all tough matchups. We're up against Energy. We're up against Prowess. We were up against, in my opinion, the Eldrazi matchup's really tough. We were up against 2 Eldrazi matchups. And fortunately, Damping Sphere showed up to save us in one of them. I think the control matchup is good. However, we're losing a lot of value playing this deck instead of like a traditional Merfolk deck, because we would play with more Sink into Stupors. We'd have Cavern of Souls. We have Mutavault. We have, like, I think it's better. But I don't think we lose that many percentage points that, you know, we're all of a sudden supremely losing. And I'm glad. Harbinger of the Seas was just great. And that's why I'm, like, on 4 of them now. We're just hard for Harbinger of the Seas. This is, like, the only card that gives me free wins. And we got a lot of free wins today. And if only we could just win one more game versus Energy, I think I would have been super pleased with this league. Now, okay, so for anyone wondering, do I buy this list? I would say definitely hold off. Like I said, I'm going to hold off until after the ban announcement. Then we're going to see where the metagame is. It's possible a Flame of Anor deck will be better. The main reason I'm not playing this is because I don't think it's nearly as good versus Nadu. I think this is just better versus... I think this is just better versus Nadu because Fatal Push can kill Nadu. And I also think that the Psychic Frog is just additional things that we can have versus Energy to stabilize the board super fast and super early. Whereas Flamefolk is fine. Like this deck is fine. Although, like, these enablers really suck. Silver Gillidapt sucks. Yeah, I'm not really thrilled, but it's fine. It's fine. It works. You'll be worse versus Bowmaster decks, though. Whoops, this is not the deck.
Better deck.
And then I guess to people who are like, so I would say borrow the cards if you can. And I would also say to anyone who's like, I don't want to buy Orcish Bowmasters, I'm fine getting all the other cards in the main, then you could play something like Toxic Deluge or other remove. I would say Toxic Deluge would be a pretty good card to have to bring in versus energy, because we're going to be siding out Hexcatcher anyway, so you're just going to have a bunch of like Toxic Deluge for one is fine, I think, to really put a hurt on their board. And if you really need to, just wipe the entire board. You do what you got to do. Anyway, give a thumbs up. This is very likely in this environment with energy. Be prepared to splash a color. I don't know what the best color is. I just know Mono Blue is not going to do the job, and I would like to develop Dimir Merfolk further. So smash that like button and all the other good stuff for the algorithm. And if you like Dimir Merfolk, let me know, and I will see you all next time, Fish Fam.